Okay. So this should be making me oxygen, hydrogen. The oxygen I'll nicely be able to use for um, the arc furnace. Yeah, hydrogen too. What I need. The problem is, oh, it's LV. Sulfuric naphtha in the chemical reactor. Chem reactor. Is it that it doesn't have enough hydrogen yet? Oh, to 12 buckets of naphtha. Okay, I don't have enough sulfuric naphtha yet. Okay. I guess I need to go get oil. Where's a close oil spout? I can go over to the desert. That at least lets me do it on land. It's nice as the warpstone circumvents the need for to use experience. The downside is the recharge time. Had to sneeze. Okay. Suck down this oil well. I kind of want to test this again. No, it does not see this as a fluid. I can't pick it up though. Okay, so I think it has to start over a source block. I think that's... R. Cobblestone. Yeah, now it's getting oil. And it's draining the well. Is it? No. I guess I was blocking it. Oops. I thought I had more cobblestone. I don't have my... I need to turn my thing on. don't know. I don't think those work with it. Yeah, if I can actually drain this well. Oh, there's still more oil down there. I need a better destination tank. I have an idea for a master intake system. No, sorry, Cool Banana, but this is also I don't know if you know Greg's tech and how horribly complicated it is. But no, sorry, FTB Interactions is not very good for servers for multiplayer. Okay, I'll have to come back and get more of this. But I can start processing the oil I have. The only problem is getting it into the actual machine. Yep, that's a distillery. Where's the configurator? No, I don't have it on me. What did I do with the configurator? There it is. It's literally right in front of me. Yeah, it's just using it slowly. Okay, it will take me a while to work through all these barrels. While I'm waiting, I can move some of this hydrogen and stuff around. Oh, now I got excess hydrogen. I'll have to make another portable storage tank, or personal tank. Oxygen. We top up my arc furnace. I guess another chest for fluids I'm currently working with. See, this is what will start draining power. Luckily, I'm not running 4 machines at a time right now. I'm running like 3. That tank's almost empty. Need 16 buckets of this stuff to process it once. Oh yeah, I was gonna start looking into dynamic tanks. Dynamic tank. Iron plate, steel plate, red alloy cable. And then valves. I guess I need to process more iron. I didn't realize I was so low again. Magnetite. Chembath. Chembath. Because this should make it dense iron? Yeah. Which is what I need the most of. The mana enriched chicken. Mana dust. That's a big hurdle, is getting automated. Like, I can automate Liquid Starlight now. I can maybe get some automated lava, but not a ton. I can... I'm about to automate, I think I can almost automate Liquid Nightmare. Liquid Death. Liquid Nightmare. Yes, I could automate Liquid Nightmare. And turn it back into Infinity Dust. But mana requires the mana chickens, which is just... That is MV plus decent blood magic. And I haven't even started blood magic yet. It's a precursor to the blood altar. Light gray rock wool. I could have made it in the infernal kiln. You need it for the enchanted fabric. Yeah. You're not supposed to make it in the infernal kiln. I can tell you right now, this is not the production recipe you should be using. It's definitely this one, which is sand, gravel, wool, plus water in the mixer. This is done. How's the liquid starlight doing? It's fine. I do need to make the thermal, uh, the electric furnace. Damn it. So I don't have to keep using this thing. I mean, it's good for mass smelting, but it just... It's there's no way to automate it, especially for what I need to do. Because it will not automate with this dense stuff, and I need... That's the main reason I'm using it, is for the dense stuff. Oh, need to kick back on the furnace. Or the boiler. Oh, I haven't been running creosote, of course. I have been running most of my machines, though. Yeah, that was almost empty. Still not at equilibrium. That's 75% of 25. Yeah, now it's climbing. Because right now, what am I using? I'm using 64 times 4. I can't do this math off the top of my head right now. 256 millibuckets per tick. This is... So at full tilt, I should be able to run... If I was using 4 machines at a time, I should be able to run the boiler nonstop and actually be at a deficit where I'd actually have to up the throttle. But the problem is I'm not using 4 machines at full tilt. Right now I'm using like 3. Which is about right. Let's see. If I strike up the arc furnace... Now is this going to start dropping? It's holding fast. It is right at equilibrium. Oh no, it's still going up slightly. Yep, it's still going up. It should be running nonstop because what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 4, the arc furnace. The arc furnace actually doesn't seem to pull that electricity that often, so it might be that these are slightly faster than how I'm using. Yeah, this is still keeping up. I need another personal tank. Now this is when I start pushing the power system beyond. With a few little extra pieces. Still not enough to run it. Oh, I filled up the large steel canister. And this is full of hydrogen. Let's see. If I... Yeah, I don't need a centrifuge iron. There's a steel dust in here. And once I actually get automation started, I'll have to start doing throughput calculations. Just like somebody playing Satisfactory or Factorio. Won't those be fun? I mean, I'm already doing a bit of throughput calculating because the Steam... Yeah, and I'm only running this thing at 25%. Eventually I'm going to have an automated system sucking power. Oh, this is now empty again. I'm trying to process this oil because oil derivatives actually help make rubber. Because I can turn the sulfur from the sulfuric naphtha into sulfur or sulfuric acid. And use the raw rubber. Oh, I can actually use the sulfuric acid to make the rubber chicken. Makes rubber eggs. But that has to be mixed with sulfur to make rubber. Potassium persulfate, hydrogen sulfide, dioxide. Thought you could reclaim sulfur from hydrofluoric or hydrosulfuric acid. Dioxide. Hydrogen sulfide. Coal tar. Sulfuric light fuel. Sulfuric naphtha. Yeah, so I can get hydrogen sulfide from this. I can just... This is what I was looking for. This is the exact recipe. God, this pack sometimes drives me insane. I know the recipe's there. I'm looking in the wrong spot. Okay. And then that would leave me with the naphtha. There we go. It's finally processing. One bucket of hydrogen sulfide, 12 buckets of naphtha. I get a cell of naphtha and I complete a quest. And can I put it in this tank? Yes. So let's see. What am I going to actually do with naphtha? Besides just burn it. I can't make gasoline yet. Don't have an oil cracking unit. Hydrogen plus naphtha is lightly hydrocracked. Steam plus naphtha, lightly steam cracked. Distillery into fuel. Fuel, toluene. Oh yeah, I was going to make it into toluene. Before that I need... where is it? Chemistry. So I got naphtha. I can make steam crack naphtha, which is just a check mark. I need to make sulfuric acid. No, that's a large chemical reactor. Small chemical reactor. Water and sulfur. Okay, there's hydrogen sulfide. Oxygen and hydrogen sulfide on programming 2. That's one bucket. I just need to clean this out, which is a pain. Chemical processing in this pack becomes a huge pain. Because you get residuals of stuff that you can't process until you have enough of it. Because this recipe only processes at 16 buckets of naphtha, sulfuric naphtha. I could put this into a drum. Because it's under 16 buckets. No, I want you to auto-eject. There we go. So there's a drum of naphtha, which I'll use later. Get the sulfuric naphtha out of the way. This is production. This is chemistry. Two different chests. Both have liquids in jars, but they're different. I'll make another tank. Since they're pretty cheap. And it's so much easier to use them than other stuff like pipettes and things. I can use a cell for that. If I grab this with a cell, since that's one bucket. So, hydrogen sulfide. naphthalene. That requires distillation of coal tar. Oh, that's to get hydrogen sulfide from that. Sulfuric dioxide, sulfuric acid, oxygen, and hydrogen sulfide. It should just let me do this, because this thing has 3 tanks. And this needs to be set to program circuit 2. Actually, I need to take this out then. Set it to 2. Put that in. And it ran. And then I will need a vial. That's what these vials are for. Please let this make at least 1 bucket. 1 bucket of sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid quest done. I get 64 buckets of sulfuric acid. Oxygen is part of production. I'm gonna put these over here. Oh, that's only 180 buckets. I thought that was 18k buckets. Like, I was surprised that machine could hold that much, but it can't. That's not that much. Okay, so I got sulfuric acid. Sulfide. Sulfuric acid. So with sulfuric acid, you can make sodium bisulfate and hydrochloric acid. Sodium hydroxide with sodium bisulfate, which is something I believe I need. Gelid toluene plus TNT, which is, this is what I should turn the naphtha into, is this toluene. And actually, there, this is the fluid solidifier I'm not using. I need to pick this up for a quest. Okay, and then I need a ball mold. And that should complete a quest for me. There's my indestructible chisel. Ball mold. There we go. Which gets me an extra mold. I mean, I'll need lots of molds once I start setting up automation. Gelid toluene, which makes TNT, but you also need it for other stuff. Acid. Gelid toluene. Oh, you can also use polyethylene and sugar. Yeah, you need it for blood catalysts. Or power catalysts, not blood catalysts. They are made of life essence, though. But yeah, toluene plus sulfuric acid gets you TNT. which there are reasons to have TNT, like the implosion compressor. Which the implosion compressor is the only way to make dust it back into a lot of the gems, which includes dust to diamonds, which is the only way to double diamonds. You have to blow them up afterwards to use the crystalline structure back together. Okay. But that's one use for sulfuric acid. What are the other uses? Or can I reclaim it? Munch dew. Vitriolic and rich chicken egg. Oh, you can't get them normally. Is that one of the chickens you can only find in the world? Vitriolic chicken. Oh, it can only be found on other planets in their dungeons. A lot of the renewable resources come from chickens in this pack. But some of the chickens, some of the nice chickens for like cooking and stuff, you have to find. Like this can only be... Or no, in this version you can make them. In the previous version, I don't think you could make spicy chickens. I might as well process all the oil because I don't have another use for it anytime soon. And it does not really get any easier to process besides distillation. Okay. So there was a fun chemistry trip. The big thing was I wanted to use this for sulfuric. Okay, so looks like you can't turn sulfuric acid back into sulfuric gas. That stinks. Multi-layer fiber reinforced circuit boards. That's later on. I do need them for other types of circuit boards. Gold foil, annealed copper foil. Plastic circuit boards. Can't make that. Apatite dust. Gypsum. Phosphoric acid and hydrochloric acid. Ethylene. Diluted sulfuric acid. Chemical dyes. Yeah, I can never get the sulfur back out of sulfuric acid. That's sad. Okay, so if I want sulfur out of it, I shouldn't... If I want sulfur out of oil, I would... That's not even a good use of sulfur, or a good use of oil. I should really be looking other places. Okay, that's not a good way to get sulfur. But at least got some quests done. I was hoping it was a renewable source of sulfur, but it's not really. This is all ore dust, which aren't renewable either. Because if I can just find myself a renewable source of sulfur, then I have a renewable source of rubber. I'm just trying to figure out what level, at what level does that happen? Blaze powder. Might just have to wait till blaze farming. Dust. That's all the stuff that gives sulfur. At least in this version, everything. Okay, this... Okay. This thing can get you a tiny bit of sulfur. So this can be a renewable source of sulfur, gallium, cadmium, coal, sulfur dust, lava, and a little bit of gold. But this requires netherrack, MV power, and life essence. And I don't... And actually there isn't a renewable form of netherrack. That's not renewable. Plus, I don't even think you can get the ancestry tome in this one. Unless you somehow get really lucky and it can be dungeon loot. Actually, can it be space lasered? Is sulfur a space laser? Yellow crystal. Nickel, star metal, cobalt, diamond. Lepidite. Obsidian, dense silver, dense lead, dense diamond, skystone. Excuse me. Actually, what? Lead ore. Lead, silver. Cinnabar, cobalite. Okay. So actually, space laser, lead, and silver ore can get you a byproduct of sulfur dust. That is technically an infinite supply of sulfur. The tank's full. The question is, should I keep processing naphtha? I already had some sulfuric naphtha. So the other good thing about these tanks, you can just mix them together. Trying to keep all my tinker's tools on me so I don't lose them. It's still running. No, actually. Okay, so I was processing enough that this did not fill up all the way. It still didn't reach equilibrium or a deficit, but it was close. Okay, so that was a whole stack of coal coke. Forgot to switch this out. Might as well process the oil I have. No reason not to. Bunch of tin wire left running down, or left down here. Because if the whole point I'm trying to do is get away from my dependence on string and wool. Because right now I'm dependent on it for my wire covering. If I can get rubber, I can then go to the packager. Do I not have it set up? No, it's over here. And use rubber instead. But I want to actually have a good chunk of rubber. Damn it, didn't have enough power. And pretty much have infinite. Oh, no, that still requires sulfur. Damn it. I had something there. Yeah, you always need sulfur for rubber, whether you're making it out of resin, chicken eggs, or the rubber chicken eggs, or rubber. This is why I was trying to so hard figure out sulfur. In the previous pack, tiny piles of dust used to be a thing, and they used to be annoying as hell. Let's see. And you can't start auto farming until, like, auto agriculture until the next power level that I'm not even close to yet. So I need to make a blast furnace and start refining aluminum, but I need tons of aluminum. Just tons. Where did I leave the shears? I didn't leave them here. Because I could gather some more black wool. No, okay. I had them on me. I just had them in my tool belt. Yeah, almost a stack of wool. I can go turn some excess wool into string. But it's a manual process that can't be automated. There's a lot over here that has to be automated too. That is the best way to extract string from wool, is using that mortar and pestle from roots, which is not something we had in the original pack. I can make some more alumentum. Well, I can set more alumentum up to run. Make sure I haven't made any dark spots. Why isn't this running? It's got enough Perdido. That should be running just fine. It's gonna get itself stuck. There. I guess it just wanted it on a different input. There's still so much I have to do with magic, and magic is the part I dislike the most. I need to make up some light gray rock wool. Need to start diluted dreams. Oh, this is all Botania. That's all astral sorcery, Botania, blood magic, roots, Thaumcraft. Thaumcraft, I've pretty much completed everything except for void seeds. Oh, and we got to take our break, and then we'll be back. Let's get back to it. No, let me take all the string back. Switch out this for another barrel of oil. That's enough to process again. Hydrogen sulfide. Forget if I can do that. Some things work with barrels and some things don't. Like drums. Drums are super cheap, but they don't interact with some things very well. Let's empty this as much as it can into this barrel, or this drum. So now that's a full drum of naphtha. Oh, did this get finished? Almost. Oh, all that iron is going to be used for a major upgrade. I believe the triple meat treats give a little bit of regeneration. What other foods do I have? Throw this stuff back in for now. Automating food is something I'm going to have to do. Okay, so that's all running again. That's almost done. What machines am I missing? Solidify, chem bath, chem reactor, autoclave, cutting saw, assembler, air mill, bending machine, centrifuge, force hammer. Oh, I could get a... I'm low on steel, and all the steel I'm planning to produce is for another project. Dang. I'll need to process more iron. Yeah. I'm 2 machines away from basically having a starting refining line where I could just dump stuff in and passively let it refine. And that'd be a good start to automation. 4 stacks of iron. If I wanted to waste more energy on it, I could get some nickel out of it, but right now I can't. So let's just make it into iron. I was doing okay. Decent amount of glass still. Brick. Marble. Bricks. That's not useful. I'm positive that's not useful for anything. Yeah, that's just decorative. It's forge, hammer, cook, craft, cook. And then that gets me access to... I can never get this to work. Oh, maybe it only worked with oak. I don't know. Bronze machine case. Oh, so you could make them into just whole... Okay, I didn't remember that recipe. Thought rainbow porcelain was used for something. Sorry, double checking a production chain because I know I'll have to automate this into some stuff. Yeah, bronze hull, which requires brass. The porcelain chicken is one of the first things you can get pretty much infinite resources from, and there's a few things you can do with it. Like macerate it. because you do need it for a few things. Brick dust into clay dust. And then you can autoclave it into clay, but that's very slow. When you get to envy, you can separate it into aluminum, lithium, silicon, sodium, and water. So eventually I need to have a refining / production facility set up for porcelain, because that's renewable for certain things. Okay, kick the boiler back on. Almost done processing this oil I brought over. Do need the mixer. Oh, I had a bunch. Okay, here's a bunch of steel that I had in production that I forgot about. Okay, so this iron is for a project. Half of it has to be bent, half of it has to be turned to steel. Yeah. I did have a bunch of steel I could use for other machines. Completely forgot about it. Just completely forgotten. Yeah, that's slowly filling up. Okay, so I at least have it where when I fire up the boiler, I don't waste steam. So right now I'm getting 100% efficiency on my boiler. The downside is I'm just not running it 24/7. Da, 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 da. Logistics pipes. I had to remember how to spell logic. Is there a... Oh, that's CC. Does that work? I have to look into that. Cleanup, opaque, fuzzy, crafting byproducts, fluid crafting, advanced, disconnect, item speed, sneaky. I need to look if there's a way to interact with logistics pipes with a redstone signal. don't think there's an easy way to... No, that's A2 stuff. Actually, does this work with a comparator, actually? There's actually a magic comparator. Yeah. There's automated systems I need to work on. Because if I can just auto balance this tank, then I think I'd be pretty good. Because I already have this thing throttled. Because I did have an idea to use one of these big tanks as a cheap power source for a lot of places. Because all this is an investment of glass and clay and gravel and sand. Or sand, gravel, clay, pretty much. And most of that I can get semi-infinitely by just getting it from EMC, which I can get from cobblestone or other things. Sorry, I'm thinking in my head how to do stuff. I actually want to go check that out now that I thought about it before I forget. Needs a redstone torch. Because the few things that have EMC value are like cobblestone, sand, very like organic real world things that are easy to come by that you normally wouldn't want to make a ton of. This pack uses EMC in a very specific way. Fist powered generator, arcane ear. Okay, so this is just a redstone relay. Oh, yeah. I was hoping it had other stuff like maybe special comparators. Theory of oromancy and a theory of golomancy. But I still gotta learn golomancy. I need to make arcane bellows at some point. A decent amount of them. How's my hole doing? It's funny how much actual, like, cybernetic stuff it's getting me. Defecio. Ignis. Terra. Full on Humanus, full on Herba, full on Bestia. Victim. Vicium. Excess crystals I can break down. And the flux is recovering a little bit. Let's see. I don't think there's really anything else I'm really infatuated with getting. What is this? Fiery projectile, a sticky projectile. I always forget what a sticky projectile is. One sec. Let's go back to the base. Okay. I don't think I can make any comparator till I go to the or get nether quartz, can I? Oh, there's a compact, or there's a, is there a drawers mod or just compacting drawers? No, there's a storage drawer. Okay. I could have been using that. Interesting. I wonder if that was, I don't remember the original one having drawers. Did they put it in the quests? Cabinets. No, it's... That's interesting that they didn't... they did very little to change some of these quests. I wish they would have actually added more like, hey, here's a quest just telling you that this mod's in here. That would have been nice. Comparator. Okay, can be made with quartzite or Certus quartz. Condenser lattice. Yeah, but you can't get No, you can distilled water. Could make distilled water actually too. Maybe when I get done with the oil. Some crystalline things you can turn back into their crystalline form, but some you can't, and it is a bit annoying. Yeah, a decent chunk of cells can come in handy. Let's see. Last drum of oil. Oh, did this max out? Because I wasn't using enough. Because if I can get a redstone signal from the tank and have it interact with the logistics network, which I think there's a way to do that, I should be able to throttle the steam production as needed. I do need to make another one of these, though. Should have enough room. Because then I can automate them together. I can start auto-crafting. I'm trying to get my power pin down before I just set up auto-crafting and let it run. I don't want it to just fall apart because it doesn't have any power. How hard is it to make steel cells? Two steel... Oh, two double steel plate. So 4 steel and 2 bronze rings. Which, until I get the extruder, I can't make rings by crafting. Or by auto-crafting. Because they can hold 60 buckets. 64 buckets. Which is decent. Let's get finished. Also, I had this I needed to get. So this is this project. I almost want to turn on full, both arc furnaces. I almost want to turn on both of my arc furnaces full blast. Which I can. Switch out the assembler for the other arc furnace. Fill it up. Grab the other stack of iron. Because to make steel in the arc furnace, you have to run it through, pass it through twice. Yeah. I'll also need some sort of automated oxygen production for this, if that's how I'm making steel. And I will need... I have to have oxygen to make aluminum. And the best two ways to make oxygen are electrolyzing So was I able to do the air gas? Forgot. I was looking at it earlier and then I've kind of spaced it since then. In the centrifuge, it will nitrogen and oxygen. Under pearl dust. Beryllium and potassium. Interesting. There's a whole rabbit hole of chemistry you can go down in this pack. It's pretty much full insanity. I still have a little bit of mana wire left. That one starts steel while this one finishes up iron. Two stacks of iron plates, then I'll make two stacks of steel plates. I'm also going to need a stack of tin wire. That's the last of the oil for now. I think I want to get a drum of water. I have a decent amount of machines running. Should just swap these out for now. can clean out the electrolyzer finally. I don't have enough black carpet. Well, sun's up, I can go grab more. Definitely in high production now, at least manually. Grab all the cotton I can as string again. I don't think I'll have enough for that to kick over again. There we go, stack of that. Just gotta wait for the rest of the steel. Okay, that will clear itself out. I was wondering if I was going to have residual oil left over or not. But it doesn't look like I'm going to. Oh, this is full. Oh, what can I do with the plant balls again? I can make slime trees out of them. Which is something I might do. Dang, I was hoping the magma slime trees would actually drop magma slime. Alright, so a few of those I need to make into trees. because there's a quest for them early on. Is it a chapter 1 quest? Or is it a miscellaneous? It's miscellaneous. But you do have to make all 3 trees, and then you get the slime charm. Reliquary. Okay, you have to get fragments to get the charm belt. Oh yeah, condensed splash potions. Forgot about those and the lingering potions. Reliquary has some fun stuff. It's just hard to get the coinage mold with the forming press and the breastplate. Yeah, it's just hard to get these pieces. The slime pearl, the nebulous heart, the batwing. Okay, this is done. Yep, that doesn't tick over anymore, so that's done. Question is, can I get all the hydrogen out easily? Which the answer is probably no. I can make them out of 10. If I need more. Distilled water. Setting 1. Make some distilled water. AKA water with the impurities removed. Oh, I have the wrong type of wire. Oh well, I'll use 10 up, but that's not what I needed. I needed red alloy wire. And I need more redstone. Chow. Wasn't there something interesting I found to use? Fertilizer. I don't think that's it. Okay, so you can make phenolic board with glue. Guess I should make some of that. Switch that back out for the assembler. This needs to be set to 1. And that will make me phenolic board. Which is needed for a quest, because that's how... Phenolic board is how you make the next level of... circuitry. Which is needed for the next level of machinery. Because you can't make better machinery without it. I'm going to speed up the centrifuge. Nope, I drank the tank dry. Phenolic board, level 2 circuit boards. I need to turn up the throttle a bit. Let's see, 64, 128, 240. Yeah, I need to turn up one more. 56. There we go, 280. Now there should be a surplus until this catches back up. Made half a stack yet? Almost. I need 2 more. And it looks like I'll need more redstone still. Redstone processing is a bit annoying. Yeah, if I was running machines at full tilt, I'd actually need to bring the throttle up. to bring it closer to equilibrium. Okay. This is the amount of red wire I need. And we'll need to take a break, and then we'll be back.